Jonathan or Steve, who is Nancy going to end up with? That is the wrong question to ask, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're asking that question, then you're part of the problem. The real question to ask is, what does Nancy Wheeler herself want? And it's hard to find the answer to that question because Nancy Wheeler herself doesn't know. In season 1, she thought it was popularity, like every teenager does. She thought what she wanted, what would make her feel fulfilled, was popularity. So when Steve the Hare Harrington, the most popular guy in school, asked her out, this was like, yes. But that didn't fill the void that she thought it would, which is why she struggled to say I love you back to Steve, because I don't think she ever really did. And then she went on her whole journey of finding Barb and getting justice for her passing, and there she developed a strong passion for journalism. Now, a lot of people talk about this scene where she says she doesn't want to be a part of a nuclear family, basically implying that she doesn't want to get married or have kids. But I don't think it's about that. I think it's about the fact that she doesn't want to be tied down by anyone, the same way Karen is with Ted. Karen is clearly unhappy in her marriage, but she has nowhere else to go. No money, no career, nothing else to go for her. She's stuck. Nancy doesn't want that for herself. She wants agency, she wants independence, and that's what her arc's all about. It's about her wanting to become her own individual person. I highlighted individual, that's going to be important later. And we see that with her becoming a better leader and taking action. Like, I don't think people realize how crazy this is. If you really look at it, Nancy from season 1 would never do this. Nancy, of all the characters, probably had one of the biggest character arcs in the entire show. She won't take disrespect from anyone, and she won't be willing to be treated like anything other than a human, a person. I bring that up because that's kind of happening here. Steve, and more so Jonathan, isn't treating her as an individual as opposed to a prize. They're trying to out-bravado each other in front of Nancy, and, clearly she doesn't like that. So between Steve and Jonathan, who do I think Nancy's gonna end up with? I don't think any of them. Steve has no shot. I don't know why people think Steve ever did. And if Jonathan were to propose to her, I talked about this more in my last video, but his intentions being what they are, there's no way Nancy would ever say yes with who she is now. It would kind of be out of character for her because Jonathan is proposing to her more to win her over and not out of love. At least the way it's being shown right now. At least the way it's being shown right now. If Jonathan has a change of heart, if something changes, maybe. But the way it is now, if Jonathan proposes to Nancy, I think she would say no.